Hey everyone, grab something warm and cozy. I have my hot chocolate cocktail as well as my Christmas PJs on, and we are going to make a beautiful Christmas wreath together. Now, I am going to be using my swirl petal in this design today, as well as two other petal techniques. But I am not going to be showing you how to make the swirl petal because it is still a paid tutorial until July of 2026. After that, it will be free to the public. But I am going to show you how to incorporate it into the wreath. And I just wanted to really show you how beautiful and how much depth it really gives this wreath. I'm so excited to show you how to do this. Let's get started. Okay, so the first petal I'm going to show you, I don't know the name of it, but I use it all the time. Okay, I am using 10 by 10 piece of poly burlap. I'm going to turn it into a diagonal shape, finished edge to the right, top right. Okay, bring the corner down so it meets with the bottom corner. Okay, so for this petal, I'm going to kind of give these corners names. Okay, we got corner number 1 here down at the bottom, corner number 2, corner number 3. Okay, and I just do that just to make it a little bit easier to follow. So from here down, like straight up from corner number 1, I'm going to stretch it up. I'm going to bring my left corner, that corner number 2, I'm going to bring that down just so it's about an inch below where corner number 1 ends. Okay, you can see that. Then I'll bring corner number 3 and I'm going to bring that down. I'm going to turn it to this side because it's a little easier to work with it that way. So I'm showing you have corner number 1, 2, and 3. And I'm just going to kind of make sure they're side by, this leg is side by side. Okay, these two are even. Everything's good. Okay, and let's not worry about these frays. I'm going to kind of pull them off of here. Let's cut them off. Okay, now from this point, okay, I want to make sure I'm incorporating corner number 1. So I'm going to go just about 2.5 inches. I'm going to do a little scrunch here and a little scrunch here. And that's what we got here. Take a 4-inch zip tie and zip tie that shut. Now I'm going to spin that around because I'm not going to want that nub on the back side because this is going to be the front. I'm going to put that seam side to the back. So I'm going to bring that around so the nub is towards the front. Okay, now take my wire cutters. I'm going to cut off the excess zip tie, cut off this excess mesh. Now, I like to make sure I have a good tip up at the top. So I'm going to push these together to make sure it has like a really good tip. And if you want to, sometimes I do, like right now, it's staying pretty good. I don't need to worry about it anymore. If it doesn't seem like it wants to stay, I'll just take, any kind of clip. This is just your clothespin, and I'll just kind of clip it together. Within minutes, it stays. So yeah, you can see it's staying pretty good. I don't need to do anything more with it. Okay, so for the second row, I'm going to be, again, using 10 by 10 piece of poly burlap. I'm going to turn it into a diagonal shape once again. Bring the top corner down to meet with the bottom corner. Okay. Now from this point, I'm going to take the top right corner, that corner number 3, and bring it over to meet corner number 2. Okay, so see, we have that double folded side on our left side. Okay, now from straight down from here, I'm going to flip it one more time. And then I'm going to secure this very bottom with a 4-inch zip tie. We have this petal here. You can see it's kind of just very straight. If we can pull and tug on this. Poly burlap especially is very forgiving. So again, I'll take that tip and just kind of pull on it, pull all the, yank. You can be really, really rough with it, okay? I'm going to pull on it, and then I'm even going to pull on this way here. The more you do this, see how it now it has that little bit of a curve to it. And I really like having that. Okay, now you can leave it like this. Let's pull this off of there. But what I like to do, I like to actually put a little bit of glue in here. Because, yeah, it's a little fluffy. I want it to lay a little bit flatter. So in order to do that, I would take my hot glue gun and just put a little dab right inside here. You can see just not even an inch long. Okay, and I'm going to put my clothespin above where I put that. You don't want to put the clothespin directly on that, because then it'll make the hot glue kind of shoot out and that'll stick to your mesh. I mean, we don't want that. So I like to put some hot glue there, and then I'm going to put a little bit hot glue right in here also. Again, just a little bit. Kind of push that together. Put a clothespin on there, and that's it. I'll go leave that alone, let it dry. And then I'm going to be making 8 white and 8 red. So I am using a small flower board for this from Unique in the Creek. I already put all the zip ties on. You can see from the back, I skipped row number 1, and on row number 2, I just have zip ties in the main holes. Okay, so there's only 8. Okay, then row 3, I have 6-inch zip ties using all the main holes and shared holes. So there's 16 zip ties in row number 3. And then I used main and shared holes in row number 4. I used 8-inch zip ties because that's where the swirl petal was going to go, and those are very thick. So 8-inch zip ties there. So I'm going to start with the outside petals, and I'm just going to zip tie them in and go all the way around with them first, making sure seam side is to the back. So now I'm going to put these dragon wreath petals on, and what I want to do, I'm going to go around counterclockwise because I have this point facing to my left as I am putting them on, okay? And I am alternating between the white and the red. And I'm just going to keep going all the way around. Okay, so this last one, make sure we put that white, flip that over top of that one, and we're good. We just gotta take off these excess zip ties. Okay, so I have this 5-inch disc that I got from Dollar Tree. You get 2 in 1 pack. This is my very last one, so I got to get myself to the Dollar Tree. Now, 5 inches is too big. I'll show you on the wreath itself. It wouldn't be bad if it was any other petal, but that just is entirely too big. So what I want to do is cut it down to 3.5, maybe 4 inches. Okay. Even a 3-inch disc would work. And I believe you can find the 3-inch discs on Amazon. So that would work out just fine. This is just entirely too big. So I am going to cut this down using just a cheap steak knife. What I'm going to do from this point, I'm going to kind of take this top edge and trim that down also. Okay, so now you see kind of where I'm at. Got that rounded edge now. So I'm just going to take this, just a piece of this styrofoam, and now I'm just going to sand down this edge. Okay, I made a mess, but this looks pretty good, and now we can move on to the next step. So now I have this 18-inch stem wire that I got from Joann Fabrics. I believe this is 22 gauge. I'm just going to get one of these out of here. And we really don't need to use the whole thing, but I'm going to go ahead just for demonstration purposes here. So I'm going to fold it in half, and then I'm going to stick that as close to the middle of this form as I can, just straight from the top, and push it down through. Okay, so see, and now I'm just going to flip each side over so it makes it a little bit easier for me to work with. Now I have some greening pins. They actually are 2 1/4 inches long. I cut them down to about 1 inch, just so it doesn't go through the back side of this. Okay, I have this clothesline rope. I believe I got this off of Amazon. I'm going to just secure it right here in the middle. Okay, I'm actually going to try to go this way. Go at an angle and push down as good as you can. Okay, so it's in there, okay? And then using hot glue, I'm going to just kind of spin this around in a spiral. Now, at first, I got to kind of go over top of that greening pin because we don't want to see that. So, but I am going to throw some hot glue down. Kind of spin that around on itself. Okay, so now I'm just going to end this. I'm going to cut that off. Kind of bring it around and just secure that with another greening pin. Again, we're going at an angle to make sure it doesn't come out the front. Okay, so I got my wreath back out. All I need to do is find these holes right here and stick the wire through those holes from the front. So this is our finished Christmas wreath. I think this turned out fantastic. I still got my hot chocolate a little cooled down, not so hot anymore. But I think this turned out fantastic. I think the swirl petal, definitely, it brings so much movement to the wreath, doesn't it? The rest, I mean, is beautiful. Don't get me wrong. It is beautiful, but I love that swirl petal. Now, if you were watching this after July 1st of 2026, it is free on my YouTube channel, how to make this swirl petal. If you were watching this before July 1st of 2026, it is still a paid tutorial, but you can find it on my website. I will put a link here, okay? So my name is Patty Davis. I'm with Crooked Tree Creations, and I'll see you in our next video.